Hello, happy Friday. How is everybody doing tonight? It is Arkham Horror Night, which is always a fantastic night, and it's the start of the weekend, so it's going to be a good day. Excellent. So last time in the Dunwich Legacy, not that takes on a whole new meaning this time, right? Because it is our final scenario. Well, actually last week was technically our final scenario, but we're going to go ahead and just do this one all the way over. It won't be our last time ever in the... Ooh, I cannot be playing this song. Uh-oh, hold on one second. That was weird. Okay, cool. Hopefully the I was like, that does not sound like... That sounds like Paramore. That's not good. So hopefully I don't get sued for everything that I'm worth, which is not much. But anyways, okay, yeah, so we will definitely be back for more Dunwich Legacy in the future. If you were lost in time and space, where would you be? Oof. I don't know. I guess we'll find out tonight. Diamond's Edge, I can't believe there's an Arkham player whose nickname is actually Lost in Time and Space. Oh man. Hey boss here, if you do get sued for everything, it'll just activate your personal dark horse. Yeah, absolutely, yeah. And then I will just have +1 to all of my skills. It'll be great. That's pretty great. I love it. Okay, so this is it, folks. This is the final scenario of the Dunwich Legacy Campaign. So I don't actually know what we did last week, considering I kind of went insane, but assuming that we passed, we're just kind of playing through this just so I can play through it because I enjoy playing with Mr. Pete and Mr. Duke, and so we're going to see what happens. But we do have, a Diamond's Edge original that we have to read before we can start. We have to shuffle up some of these, and we have to go through some of the setup and everything. But I guess, like, any advice for me as I'm traveling through the ether, trying to figure out what's going on, hopefully finding my way back to not space and at the right time. But if you're catching this for the first time, I am playing through this completely blind. I have no idea what is happening or what we are doing, and so that is, that's my excuse for doing so poorly. I don't necessarily know if all of my mistakes can be chalked up to that, but that's what I'm saying, and I'm sticking to it. But Diamond's Edge, make sure you have your oxygen tank. Oh wait, this story was written before we knew that space was a vacuum. Yep. I think that's in my deck somewhere. I think the oxygen tank upgrade is in my deck. It's an asset. I can't remember what happens. I just remember it's a cool. It's cool. Nice. Cool. I'm excited for it. What were the other housekeeping things that we had to do? Yeah. Alrighty. So last time in the Dunwich Legacy, let's go ahead and read the poem from the Diamond's Edge. So this is the recap from from our last week's scenarios. So, Sentinel Hill is where doom awaits, but reaching its peak, it endless grates. You must test for a book to open the path, and that's the stat that Pete does not have. To make matters worse, there is an old foe who we thought was dead, shows what we know. Its combat is 1, but it has 6 health. It'll stick onto Pete with no sense of self. Then there are cards that issue you hexes. You're better off fighting with all of your X's. The board can get cluttered right from the jump. Even more luck won't give you a bump. But let's be fair, Duke did this solo. It's hard to pull off, doggo a mano. I love that. You must do it all, and all of them well. No ace of trades, we'll see y'all in hell. Not even a redo can change the plot's fate. It's still concluded that Yogg at the gate. It crash landed here and messed up our Earth, but don't be surprised, just look at its girth. It did us a favor, that Colt's no more. The closest we get to evening the score. But Duke 5 is gone, it had a good run. Will Duke 6 fly too close to the sun? Tune in next week, tomorrow. What's gonna happen? More and more sorrow. Excellent. Beautiful, as always. So, thank you for that. Those are posted in the Discord, so if you haven't joined the Discord, the link is below. Join, and we'll talk and read some more poems. So, So Lost in Time and Space, Scenario 7. Let's see what we got to do. Okay. So, passing through the gate is unlike anything you've ever experienced. You feel your body twisting and distorting, churning through realities as the gate pulls you to its ultimate destination, a place beyond the scope of human imagination. Suddenly, all is quiet, and the chaos of the journey is replaced with a sense of solitude and dread. You are in an unfathomable place, vast beyond your ability to reason, and utterly alien besides. The landscape is surreal and strange, the architecture impossible. You are far from home, that home has ever become. You are so far from home that home has become a threadbare dream you can barely recall. Even should you find a way out of this awful place, you may never be the same again. Ooh. Those poems collectively deserve a gift sub. Josh, thank you for gifting a sub. So, and congratulations, Code Poet, for receiving the sub. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Yeah, no, those poems are incredible. Those poems are so much fun. And I just realized that I left my chaos bag over there, so I'm going to go grab that because that seems to be kind of important when playing this scenario. Also, it wouldn't be an Arkham stream unless I disappeared into the ether. So, we got that. Okay. So set up, and regardless on how this goes, we do have one more Investigator pack to open. So here towards at the end of the scenario, we will be opening and thumbing through Harvey Walters' cards, and he's the final scenario, or this final Investigator pack that we have to open. So that's kind of exciting. I wonder if I need to redo the first poem I ever wrote just to make it flow, or should I keep it? No, you gotta keep it. I like it. It's fun because like the newer ones do flow. Like you can tell that there's a flow there, and that's just awesome. But you're getting better, and I like it. You definitely were amazing at the start too. So okay, so set up, gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. Boom, put it in there. Put another dimension into play, and then everyone starts there. And I just was not ready to start the scenario because I think I left my little token over there, so I'm gonna need to go grab that here in a second. Set the following cards outside of play: the edge of the universe, which seems crazy that we're gonna maybe travel to the edge of the universe. Tear through time, and Yag Sahoth, which this thing does not look nice at all with that willpower attack that kills me instantly. That seems fun. There's a couple of rules because I had to look at it. I was like, do I just lose this scenario? So I did look at it. There are a couple of rules to negate some of that damage, but still. Shuffle the remainder of the encounter cards and build the encounter deck. So there's some locations in there, and it says locations in the encounter deck. So all of them are put in there. These locations only have a revealed side and have a revelation effect that puts them into play when drawn. So when put into play, a single-sided location is put into play with its revealed side face up because it has no unrevealed side. Otherwise, it functions as normal in every other way. And then do not read until the end of the scenario. Let's go get Mr. Pete. Alrighty. Sweet. This is like bittersweet. It's like it's the end. It's the end of the Dunwich campaign. And it's like, I can appreciate it being the end. Like last week I wasn't expecting it to be at the end. It kind of came, like quick, and I didn't have a chance to like grasp it, and then we decided that we're going to play this one anyways, and so but now it's like the end. My favorite part of the board game was going through the other world, so I was glad to see they put that in here. Nice. Yeah, like the Arkham board game itself. Finally, the playmat matches the story. Yes, exactly. I think I did have the other side up when we were in Arkham, so But now we actually have the awesome side up, and it matches the story because we are traveling through another dimensions. Okay, so this is another dimension. Forced, when a location leaves play, move each investigator and unengaged enemy at that location to another dimension, and then cannot be canceled. So we're starting right there in here. Arkham Second Edition, yeah. So I played Arkham Second Edition just a couple of times, but really I played so much Elder Horror. That was my jam. Poof. Played a lot of that. Alrighty, so let's see what the agenda is saying. So, pathways of sound and color extend for an eternity in all directions, dotted with the impossible architecture and overgrown with alien wildlife. The lines between objects are jagged and shifting, and your skin feels as if it were inside out. So this says forced. After you are moved to a location by an encounter card effect, take 1 horror. That is not good. I'm so interested in playing either the Arkham board game and Elder Horror, but I only watch other people play them on YouTube. They're a lot of fun. They're a lot of fun. I have played a lot of Elder Horror, and then it just kind of got to the point where we just never brought it back up on the table. Then I traded it. It was very sad, but I did. I do the math trade for Board Game Geek, and I did pick up the Carnival of Horrors scenario pack for Arkham Horror. I traded away Mysterium Park, and so I thought that was a pretty exciting and fun trade, but we'll probably hit that Carnival of Horrors at some point. Okay, so out of this world, somehow you must find your way across the alien landscape in order to find the nexus that was described in the old Watley's tome. So as an action, discard the top 3 cards in the encounter deck, choose a location discarded by this effect, and resolve its revelation ability. Okay, so I was kind of wondering how we're going to get more out there. Are we just going to wait for them to come out? Because the locations are not, the majority of this deck. I mean, there are a good number of them in there, but it's not overflowing. So this is going to help us try and find some of those. Alrighty, so I'm starting with 7 health and 4 sanity. Duke 6 is in play, and we're going to start out with 5 cards. Alrighty, so we've got a weakness, so that will automatically get mulligan. We got perception, leather coat, Zebulon Watley, and a rabbit's foot. Okay, so this automatically just gets filled back in, so that's emergency cash. Cat, Weasel. No, I watched an episode of Tabletop which played Elder Horror. Nice, okay, sweet. So I think I'm gonna hold on to the leather coat and Zebulon. We'll keep perception because we'll probably need it at some point. We're gonna toss emergency cash, and we will toss rabbit's foot, and we will fill it in with magnifying glass. Good, I like seeing that. And scavenging. Perfect. Okay. We'll shuffle these all back in. Excellent. So we've gotten a couple Marvel spoilers recently, and oh my goodness, are they insane! I am really excited for the symbiote suit, where it's kind of Venom, and so it's a 4-cost basic upgrade where you get +1 to all of your powers, you get +1 hand size and +10 hit points, and then you have to resolve an extra encounter card each phase. That sounds like just a really fun design, so I'm really happy that that's coming into the game. I'm really excited to see how that kind of messes with everything. I'm really excited to see a Venom Hulk come into play, so we'll see how that goes. I mean, 32 hit points, that sounds like a lot of fun. It kind of helps his hand size a little bit, so I'm really excited about that. But that's kind of been the hot gossip around. Okay, so we get 3 actions. So we're gonna spend 1 to put magnifying glass into play, and this is a free action for me, or it's a fast action. Um, looks like he hasn't uploaded in a little while, but he has a ton of plays. And Josh, yes, so pumped for it. Yes, absolutely. I cannot wait. And then we are going to go ahead and put Mr. Watley into play. So I'm gonna move this over here. So we've got a little bit more sanity buffer, right? So now we have 4 more sanity, and that's really the main reason why I'm throwing him out here. I do get a +1, so I'm going to be at 5 brain, which is nice, but really I just don't want to be driven insane. Zebulon, what? Where am I? Oh, yeah. Oh, sorry. I forgot to tell you, we are in space now, so that's happening. That's happening. And then, so we have one. No, we have 2 more, right? Yeah, because we played Zebulon for 1. Magnifying glass was fast, so we have 2 more actions. Let's go ahead and do this. So let's discard the top 3 cards in the encounter deck, choose a location discarded that way, and add it. So we've got a wormhole, we've got an endless bridge, and a terror from below. So we're gonna do the endless bridge. So endless bridge. So revelation, put endless bridge into play and lose 2 resources. So I guess I only lose 1. Probably should have spent that one beforehand, but oh well. Forced, after an investigator leaves endless bridge, either place 1 doom on endless bridge or discard it. Okay, interesting. So this comes in, these are connected. But it's only connected one way, it looks like. So you can't hop back. So that's kind of interesting. But what it is when it gets discarded, everyone hops back. So if we had multiple locations out here, then that could get kind of messy. So this has a 2 clues on it, and we do need 2 clues in order to progress here. And so we'll probably want to hop over there eventually and investigate. Might as well just go ahead and do that now. So we will investigate with Duke, and when we do that, we are able to move right before. And so we'll hop over to Endless Bridge, and we'll investigate with a base value of 4. So we've got 4, 5 with the magnifying glass, and then we're going to go Perception. We're going to put that over there for 7. So 7 to 4. Hopefully this is good enough to get us one of those sweet clues. 7 to 4, and we've got a +1. Hey, look at that. So we are successful. We get one of these clues, and we get to draw a card from Perception, and it's Peter Sylvester, which is really good. I now really want to get Peter onto the field, because I do have Charisma. That was one of the upgrades. And so I can have two allies and just have a huge sanity buffer here. Interesting. Cool. And then just get like a ton of brain power. Alrighty, so going into the enemy phase, there is no enemy, and so we'll go into the refresh phase. So Duke gets unexhausted. We get to draw a card, which is Lone Wolf. That's going to help us with getting Peter out there, and we'll get a resource. Good start. Thank you, Josh. We'll see how poorly it goes from here. Okay, so now at the top of the round, we are going to place 1 doom on All Is One, and that dooms out. Is dooms out a word? I know we say like threat out in Marvel Champions. Is it dooms out in Arkham? That threats out at 4. We will resolve this encounter card. So tear through space. So Surge. So that's a bummer. Put tear through space into play. At the end of the round, either place 1 doom on tear through space or discard it. Oh ho ho! And that's coming in. These are connected, so that's really good. These are both connected to each other, and then this is connected down here. So this is. Oh, you can only go out. You can't come back. Is what it's starting to look like, right? None of these are connected back in. So I did get other color tokens, and so like if it's a one way, I'm going to be using a different color because that just helps me see it a little bit better. Okay, and so that had Surge, and that does come in with one clue on it. And we've got Visions of Future Past. So test Brain 5. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. So Brain 5. We have 5 Brain. So we'll just do it. We'll just do it. Brain 5. And we got a -2, so we are discarding the top 2 cards. So we lose a Rabbit's Foot, which is fine. We're fine with that. And a Lucky, not as fine with that. Starting to remember this. It's tricky to find the path. Okay, interesting. Okay, so now we're going into my turn. So after an investigator leaves, either place 1 doom or discard it. I'm thinking I'm gonna just like peace out of here. I don't want to. I'll discard it, and that's fine. But I don't want to try and investigate here with 4. I'd rather go here with 1. See, that seems way better. Plus, I need to get rid of that anyways. I'll probably need more clues as we're going through this deck, but might as well. Okay, how much room do I have? Okay, I'm gonna spend 1 here to go ahead and put Lone Wolf into play. Does that fit right there? Yeah, kind of. So Lone Wolf, so that will help me get some resources here as we're going forward. We will go ahead and put Leather Coat into play for 2, and then we will investigate with Duke with through Tear Through Space. So after an investigator leaves Endless Bridge, either place 1 doom on it or discard it. I'm going to discard it. No idea if that's a horrible decision or not, but here we are. And we're investigating with a base value of 5 to 1. I'm feeling pretty confident about that, so we're just going to go ahead and pull 5 to 1. We've got a -3, so we still pass, which is excellent. Okay, there is no forced ability to make me move on here, and so I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and not do that. Just 'cause I don't know what's coming, so I may want to build. I may want to be ready. I'll just do it at the very beginning of my next turn. Okay, so enemy phase, there's nothing. We'll ready everybody up. So Duke gets ready. We get to draw a card, which is Look What I Found. That will come in handy. And we get a resource. At the end of the round, either place 1 doom on Tear Through Time or Space or discard it. I will discard it. So when this gets when a location leaves play, move each investigator and unengaged enemy at that location to another dimension. Cannot be canceled. And then this triggers after you are moved to a location by an encounter card effect. Take 1 horror. And I believe that this counts as an encounter card effect. I'm going to go ahead and take the horror. If I am not reading that correctly, like if it's a encounter card here, let me know and I'll just take my horror back. But we're going to put that on Mr. Watley. Okay. Very cool. Very, very, very cool. And we're back to a clean board. Maybe. Okay, so we will start the top of the round by placing the second doom on here. So we're halfway there. There's a pretty big stack of these cards, so I'm not quite sure if there's multiple of a certain agenda, but we'll see. And then we will resolve this encounter card, which is test 5. Test Brain 5. For each one we fail by, we discard the top card of our deck. So we'll go 5 to 5. Hey Maniacs! Oh man, I came in just in time to catch some dimension hopping and a clean board. Yes, you did. And we are about to go insane. Visions of Future Past, so 5 to... Ooh, what is that? That is -X minus an extra shroud value of your location. If you fail and add an extra dimensional location, discard it. Okay, so I That's -6, so that's not good. So we're going to discard 5 cards. So we lose a Perception, an Armitage, Magnifying Glass, Unexpected Courage, and Emergency Cash. That is honestly not too bad. I would have wanted to keep Unexpected Courage and Perceptions, honestly. Emergency Cash would have been nice to get Peter out, but, I mean, other than, like, my 3 weaknesses, like, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. Josh, scratch that. Never mind. Oh, sorry. You spoke too soon. You cursed it. Okay. So now it is my turn. Lone Wolf activates, and I will go ahead and get a resource. And we will go ahead and spend our 2 clues to move on in the act. A light shimmering in the distance, and you head towards it to investigate. The wispy light drifts away from you, floating through the realm's strange gateways, ascending looping staircases, and crossing through the barriers you dared not cross earlier. With little chance of fighting the Nexus on your own, you follow the light, hoping it is guiding you in the right direction. Put the set-aside Edge of the Universe location into play. Edge of the Universe into play. You must have at least 2 clues in order to move to Edge of the Universe. Okay, well, that's good to know. That's good to know. And these are not connected. Interesting. Okay. So this is, as far away as we can possibly be. Edge of the Universe is over here. I need some clues. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and spend our first resource to take in a resource, and then our second is going to play Peter. We're going to double up here, Scrapper and Charisma, because those are both permanents, and we'll put Peter into play. So that's 2. We'll discard the top 3 cards of the deck, I think. Yeah. So we've got Offer of Power, Conglomeration of Spears. We don't like that. And Endless Bridge. There's another Endless Bridge. That's actually perfect because we put this into play and we lose 2 resources, but we don't have any resources. So excellent. These are connected one way. Yep. So this is a one-way connection here. And then this is not connected there. Not connected in the Edge of the Universe yet. Okay. And that has 2 clues. Shroud of 4, which is annoying, but I'm hoping we get Dark Horse here soon. Alrighty. So, enemy phase, there's nothing to do for enemy phase, so we're going to refresh. I never even used Duke. That's fine. I'm glad to have Peter on the table. So we will refresh. We will draw a card. Oh, Wrecked by Nightmares. Uh-oh. So exhaust all assets that we control. These don't matter. None of those matter. But we are... Oh, no. And it's a 2 action cost to discard Wrecked by Nightmares. So we will definitely be doing that. Okay. So start of the round, we'll place 1 Doom on the current agenda, and we'll go ahead and reveal the top card of this deck, which is Offer of Power. So this is Peril, so none of you all can help me, but you must either choose to draw 2 cards and place 2 Doom on the current agenda, and it could cause the current agenda to advance, or take 2 Horror. So we'll definitely draw 2 cards and advance the agenda. It's going to advance next time anyways. And I need some cards. And, well, taking the Horror actually isn't bad, right? We have so much buffer out here. I think if I'm going to lose, I'm going to lose on time. So we'll take the Horror. So Peter gets a Horror. And Peter gets 2 Horror. We'll just let him heal that out. Okay. So we'll just start. We'll use 2 actions to discard Racked by Nightmares, because we need our assets. Well, we need Duke. We definitely need Duke. We can. Oh, and I get a resource from Lone Wolf. I do want to take that, because I'm gonna want to play Look What I Found next turn, because I'm assuming that I'm gonna fail over there. But I do have one more. Action, which I think we are going to. We're gonna put Scavenging into play, because I've seen a couple of locations out here that have like a 1 shroud, and I'm thinking that we can probably, if we can draw some more of those, consistently we can significantly investigate for 2 over, which will help ready Mr. Duke a little bit faster. Okay, so enemy phase, no enemies, so refresh phase, so we will refresh everybody. Draw a card, which is Fire Axe. Ooh, that's interesting. And get a resource. I haven't had a monster pop out, so I don't know if that is the deck's fault or if it's just a monster low scenario. Anyways, I may just hold on to Fire Axe for a little bit. Okay. The top of the round, we're going to place the final Doom here on the agenda, which will progress us. Don't jinx it. Yeah, sorry. I messed up. So shuffle the encounter discard pile deck into the encounter deck. Then discard cards from the top until a location is discarded. The lead investigator resolves that location's revelation effect. Check the campaign log. If the investigators fail to save the students, read the following, which we did not save the students because I remember a lot of them dying, but my campaign log is all the way over there, but we didn't. Okay, so a huge canine creature, alien to your eyes and yet familiar, appears before you. The creature rushes forward and you prepare to fend it off, but to your surprise it runs through you, towards a building that wasn't behind you moments before. Derby Hall from the Miskatonic University. The creature bursts through the building's front door and you hear screams of panic from inside, followed by the crunch and snapping of bones and cries of pain. Each investigator takes 1 horror regardless of their location. Also, Pete healed a horror at the end of my turn. So he'll just take that horror again. Okay, well that was crazy. So we will shuffle these up and discard cards until we get a location. Ew. Shuffling. The art in this scenario is absolutely gorgeous. I never read this, actually. Okay. So you continue to follow the wisp of light through the treacherous landscape makes it a difficult quarry to chase. Discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose the location. I'm glad it's still on there because I did it last time. If investigator enters the edge of the universe, advance. Okay, so we have to figure out how to get over there. And then this is past, present, and future. As you cross the realm, you catch occasional glimpses of reality, scenes from old memories, more recent visions from the past few days, and sometimes even events that you do not remember ever happening. Oh, snap. And we're going to do this ability here. So not a location. No. Yes, it is. So tear through space. This is exactly what we wanted right here. But we don't surge because we discarded it and put it into play. So put tear through space into play, and then at the end of the round, either place 1 doom on it or discard it. Okay. And this is connected into here, and still not connected to the edge of the universe. So I'm hoping we can figure out how to get to there. And then these are connected. Okay. So now we have to do an encounter card. So this is Visions of Futures Past. So we're going to discard some more cards. Maybe. So we're testing Brain 5. We have 6 now because of Peter. And for each one we fail. I'm so glad that they put into play rules consistent throughout. Oh my goodness. Can you imagine if it wasn't? Oh my gosh. Okay. So we're doing 6 to 5. 6 to 5. Come on. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. +1. Hey, look at that. Okay, we pass. Sweet. So we don't have to discard any cards. And I'm going to exhaust Zebulon because I just succeeded on a treachery brain test on a treachery card to draw a card. Oh my gosh. Silver Twilight Acolyte. No. No. Oh. Not what I wanted. Dang it. Okay, so at the start of my turn, I'm going to get a resource per lone wolf. The Acolyte has followed you to a different dimension. Yeah, she is committed. Can't tell. It's a female. She is committed. She is very, very committed. So, okay, so let's think about what we're doing with our lives. So it's just hitting us for 1 damage, and we've got a little bit of damage soaked with leather coat. I'm wondering if we attempt to evade at this point, then come over here through tear through space with Duke, and then hop up and try it again. This needs a... So evade, investigate, and hopefully I can grab a card with scavenging, and so I can ready up Duke, because I kind of want to keep both of these, but I'm feeling pretty good about the... I'm feeling pretty good about the evade, right? She has an evade of 3. Another player once joked that a stubborn detective follows the character to the edge of the universe, so fun flavor, at the risk of making the same joke from the other night, cultist of the month. Yeah, if she ever makes it back alive, yeah. I don't want to discard tear through time and space, right? Okay, so what I'm worried about is having this Acolyte attack, or not attack. I think I'm going to try and evade it. Huh. I really didn't want to draw that. I really did not want to draw that. But, okay, so what if we do this? What if we... We can fight, then I can fight again. I'm just not gonna beat it twice and be able to investigate with Duke, because I'm gonna have to ready Duke. So the other option would be to just take some attacks of opportunity, which I don't love. I think I'm gonna try and evade. I think I'm going to try and evade and not... Yeah, I'm going to try and evade. I'm going 4 to 3. I don't like that. I'm going to go 5 to 3. I'm going to use Scrapper to go 5 to 3. And hopefully this makes it work. 5 to 3, and we've got a -3, so that definitely didn't work. Okay, so there we are. Okay, Duke's going to attack. So Duke's going to attack with 4. And 4 to 2 deals +1 damage. So Duke attacks -2, so we're dealing 2 damage to the Silver Twilight Acolyte. That exhausts Mr. Duke. And then... I'm going to toss a fire axe to ready Duke. And then I'm going to evade, or I'm going to attack again. So I'm going to spend 1 resource this time. So I'm going to go 5 to 2. Hey, Magic Moose Moo, how's it going? Happy Friday. 5 to 2, -1. Okay, so we would have been fine either way, but that does kill the Silver Twilight Acolyte. That just gets her out of the way. I don't love everything that I had to do there. I got rid of my fire axe. There is another one in here, but yeah. Okay, so enemy phase. There are no enemies. Yeah, okay, we're fine. We're fine. Yep, so there are no enemies, so we'll go into refresh phase. So these all get refreshed. We get to draw a card, which is Peter again. And then we are going to gain a resource. At the end of the round, either place 1 Doom or discard Tear Through Time and Space. We're going to place a Doom on it. And then we're at the top of the round. Remember that you can scavenge your fire axe if you investigate good. Yes, thank you. That's a really good point. I just always have in my head, I'm going to go get the rabbit's foot so I can ready Duke. But I can grab fire axe. And that's probably the right call. Just to have it. Okay. So at the top of the round, we're going to place a Doom here. We are going to reveal and resolve this encounter card, which is Yithian Starseeker. So spawn at another dimension. Cool, so that's with us. And this says Retaliate. And when Yithian Starseeker attacks an investigator with more than 10 cards in his or her discard pile, place 1 Doom on Yithian Starseeker. Anemone. Oh my gosh. Okay, well. And it has a 5 evade. It has a 3 fight. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I think we're going to have to discard Tear Through Time and Space. I don't think we're going to be able to... Like, I need to fight this thing. It doesn't... Well, I guess it does not follow me. But I can't evade it. I'm not going to be able to evade it. We got a 4. 5. I guess at the start of my turn I get 1 from Lone Wolf, so I can have a 6 evade, which is just 1 over. So that's not gonna work. I'm not gonna be able to evade it, and I'm always gonna be coming back to another dimension. So Peter healed last time. So go, good boy Duke. We'll spend a resource to go 5 to 3. Yeah. Also, remember that Peter is probably healed Horror. Yep, thank you. Yeah, I keep putting him on him, so he is that one. Okay, so 5 to 3. We're gonna resolve and get a -3 if Yogg-Sothoth is in play. He attacks you after this skill test. And so this does have Retaliate, so he is going to hit me back. Okay, so we'll discard Leather Coat. So that's 1, 2, and Peter will take this. Okay. Okay, well that's not good. It's not good at all. I did jinx it. You told me not to, and I jinxed it. We'll toss Peter to ready Duke, and we'll swing at it again. So we'll go 5 to 3 again. Five to 3. We got a cultist sign, which is reveal another token if you fail after this test. Oh, and shoot. When he attacks an investigator with 10 or more cards in discard pile. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so it gets a Doom. Oh my goodness, this is going to get ugly real quick. Shoot, okay, well. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a location is discarded. Put that location into play and move there. Okay, well that's kind of interesting. But so we're gonna reveal another token. We're still at 5 to 3. The other token is a skull, -1 for each extra dimensional location in play. So 1, 2, and so we pass. Thank goodness. Okay, so that deals 2 damage there to the Starseeker. And Mr. Duke is exhausted. Whew. Okay. Okay, so during the enemy phase, this Yithian Starseeker is going to attack me. So it's going to deal 2 damage, or after my turn ends, heal 1 from Peter. Now Yithian is going to attack me, so I'll just take 2. Yeah. I'll take 2 and then put 1 on Peter. Peter's pretty good. And then we'll place a Doom onto him. So we are progressing no matter what, right? So, okay, at the end of the phase, we'll ready. We'll draw. Hey, it's a rabbit's foot. And we'll get a resource. Okay, so we're going to progress no matter what. Because we have 2 here. We have 1 here. That's going to go up to 2. So that's going to hit our 4 threshold. So we might as well not discard this and put the Doom on here. Because once this progresses, all the Doom gets wiped. So we're going to keep that on there. Okay. Okay, so at the top of the round, we're going to place a Doom on here. We are at 6 out of 4, so that will progress. As much as we like to think as monsters as enemy, honestly, the Yithians are just alien race that's minding its own business until it runs into a human and never saw it before. Yeah, we're the parasitic species here. We're the ones who showed up and started attacking them. Okay, so shuffle the encounter deck, discard pile into the encounter deck, then discard cards from the top until a location is discarded. The lead investigator resolves that location's revelation effect. Okay, so we'll shuffle and discard until we get a location. Tear through space. Excellent. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. It's they are connected to each other. Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So we've got everything's connected to everything. And it has 1 clue on it. Okay. So we've got some clues. Okay, so I guess like a question is, do I need to find a location that has this connecting symbol on it to move here? Or it's just whenever I have 2 clues to move there? Because I haven't seen a location that has that symbol on it yet. So is that I just haven't been drawing the right ones, or am I just not understanding something correctly? But okay, so check the campaign log. If at least 1 name is recorded under sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, read the following. I really like how everything's kind of coming back. That's pretty cool. Okay, so you hear a familiar voice calling out to you, and you enter an impossibly shaped building of cracked stone. No, don't, the voice cries. You rush towards the voice down a set of steep, narrow stairs. Upon reaching the bottom, you find yourself in the hidden chamber from Dunwich. Bound by shackles, you see those you failed to save, bloodied and maimed. A creature with a man's face feeds from a corpse on the ground. The head of the corpse turns to face you, and a sharp pain stabs at your heart. Ooh. Each investigator texts X brain, where X is the number of names recorded under sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth. For each point of damage investigator fails by, that investigator takes 1 damage. I believe I only have 1 name, but I'm actually going to grab my... I didn't realize that there was going to be this much referencing, or else I would have grabbed it. Yep, just 1 name. Warren Rice. Poor Warren Rice. Okay, so I'm testing brain 1. So I have 6. Yep. So I have 6. So 6 to 1. I like those odds, but knowing me, I'll fail it, so that's gonna be fine. So 6-1, -5. Oh my gosh, we still passed, but still. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, dang. Okay, crazy. Whew. Alrighty, so we'll reveal the top card of the encounter deck, which is an oh my gosh. Okay. Interstellar Traveler. So spawn at any extra dimensional location. So we're gonna put it up here. Okay, thank goodness. I was worried that. Wait, did my camera stop? My camera stopped. Sorry about that. Let me see if I can fix that. So as much as we like, I love how everything in Lovecraft is impossibly shaped or unfathomably angled. It's easy to describe things when you don't have to describe them. Yep, that's fair. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, my camera's just been stopping recently, but let's see if I can fix that. Haha! Look at that. Cool. I'm getting better at fixing everything that always breaks, so that's nice. Okay, so Interstellar Traveler is up there. So it's a hunter, so it's gonna come after me, which is not good. When Interstellar Traveler enters a location, flip one clue on the location to its doom side, and place Interstellar Traveler place it on Interstellar Traveler, or place one doom on Interstellar Traveler if there are no clues on that location. Okay. Well, that's kind of annoying. It's gonna be hard to kill. It's almost one that you just evade forever. Now that's what you call a writing crutch. Yep. So we just got the new Pokemon game, the Arceus Legends. We've been playing through that. That's been a lot of fun. These Yithians are like acolytes in space. Love it. Okay, so start of the round. I'm going to gain 1 resource from Lone Wolf. We're going to swing at the Yithian Starseeker. We're going to spend 2. I think we've kind of got to at this point. Actually, we do have a Rabbit's Foot to commit, but I'd rather keep Rabbit's Foot to ready Duke. So let's spend 2. So we're going to be attacking 6-3. And let's see what we got. 6-3. -3. We pass. Thank goodness. Yithian Starseeker is dead. No victory. Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I'm not upgrading this deck anymore, so. Okay, so that was 1. And that was Duke's ability. Okay. So now we're going to toss Rabbit's Foot to ready Duke. And then we're going to investigate Tear Through Space by moving here and investigating with a investigate of 5-1. So 5-1, and we've got a -2. So we pass by 2. So we're going to exhaust Scavenging to get the Fire Axe. Put that back into our hand. And we're going to take a clue. We've got 1 action left, right? Because we fought, investigated. And this guy's gonna come attack me. I can't get away from him because I can't get back to another dimension. So he's gonna come hit me, which is fine. I think that'll be fine. But I need to figure out how to do that. He's gonna get a Doom on him, which our threshold is now 6, which is okay. I'm gonna take another horror from here. There's a lot of horror in this scenario. So, just checking stuff. Okay, so I think I'm gonna draw a card as my last action. right? I don't want to toss this clue, which, like, if I... Well, I guess if I move here, well, he's going to come and eat the clue, basically. Which is a bummer. But then I don't take the horror from hopping over here. But I would probably just... Yeah, okay. So I'm going to draw a card. Dark Horse. There it is. Okay, cool. Okay. Okay. So let's see how we can get Dark Horse into play. Okay, so at the end of my turn, Pete heals a horror. And then Interstellar Traveler is going to hunt me. And he's going to come when he moves to a location. If there are no clues on it, he gets a doom. And then he's going to hit me for 1 damage and 2 sanity. So we're going to go 1, 2 for the sanity. And then 1 damage onto Duke. Okay, he's engaged with me. So now we are going to move into the refresh phase. So Duke gets refreshed. I get to draw a card, which is second Dark Horse. There you go. And I get a resource. Scavenging also gets refreshed. At the end of the... I guess I could put a doom on that, but no. I think it's better to move back here, take the horror. I've got a little bit of buffer for my horror, so we should be fine. Okay, so we will discard this. Clean that up a little bit. And then we hop back over here. I have to take a horror, which we'll place on Duke 6. And we'll place a doom here. I still want that sweet clue. I guess we'll move this down here. Space moves. Okay, so at the top of the round, we're going to place a doom here. Then we will reveal an encounter card, which is Tear Through Space. Okay, well, that's good. Well, I don't know if we need more clues, right? So maybe it's good, maybe it's not. I'm going to look through this deck real quick just to make sure that I'm not misunderstanding Edge of the Universe. Okay, so there is Dimensional Doorway, which has that on it. Okay, so it's just one. I just haven't been drawing the right ones. Okay. Shuffle that up. Just wanted to make sure. And I do still have this action that I can discard the top 3 cards and add one of the locations into play if I need to. So. Okay. So. At the top of my round, I will gain a resource from Lone Wolf. We got Interstellar Traveler. I think I'm going to... I have to kill it, or else it's just going to have an absurd amount of doom on it until we progress. I also need clues. These decisions are frustrating and fun. Okay, so let's evade it. We'll shoot ourselves in the foot later. So, and we do save because it's not going to chase me this time. So that's good. Okay, so we'll evade. We have a 4 evade to its 2, and we're going to Scrapper 1 to go 5 to 2, and that's because I have Lone Wolf next time, so I will be able to pay for Dark Horse, regardless. So 5 to 2. Come on, no whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Hey! I love seeing that. So +2, we get to ready Duke. He is already ready though. So this Interstellar Traveler is evaded right there. Okay, so that's one action. Second action, we're going to exhaust Duke, and we're going to investigate Tear Through Space. So we're investigating with a base of 5 to 1. We're going to draw a... Hey, look at that. I promise I shuffled that up. I always feel bad when I pull the same token twice in a row, but I promise I did. So, okay, so we pass. We get to ready Duke. We'll exhaust Scavenging. And we will take probably Rabbit's Foot. Yeah, we'll take Rabbit's Foot. Okay, so that was 2 actions: evade, investigate, and Duke is ready. So we'll go ahead and investigate Tear Through Space up here. So we're gonna go 5 to 1 again. Really shuffle it up this time. If I pull a star, I'm gonna feel really bad. -4. Hey, we still passed though. So we take this clue. So we're at 3 clues. And feeling pretty good. Oh shoot, we're gonna... No, I can leave this out here, place a Doom on it. This one will get discarded. And then I can discard it next time. I don't want to hop back here and get engaged with this thing again. So that's what we'll do. Okay. So enemy phase, nothing happens. We will refresh everybody. We will draw a card, which is a lucky. Like seeing that. We will get a resource. Okay. At the end of the turn, we are going to discard this card. We will clean up some of that. We will place a Doom on this Tear Through Space where I'm at, because I don't want to hop back over here. And we'll call that a day. Okay, so the top of the round, we'll place 1 Doom here. So we are at 4 out of 6. We will resolve this encounter card. Arcane Barrier, attached to your location. As an additional cost to move into or out of the location, test Brain 4. If successful, discard Arcane Barrier. Otherwise, you must either cancel the effect of the move or discard the top 5 cards of your deck. That is not bad, because this turn, it's going to get discarded. Because I'm going to discard Tear Through Space. So I guess I'll just sit here and play some cards. Pete has probably healed 1 or 2 horror. I don't remember how many. Yes, thank you. We'll just go 1, just to be safe. Yeah, he has healed 1 because I dealt 1 from the attack. And then on my next turn, he would have healed down to 1 after I had evaded him. Thank you. There's a lot going on, so I always appreciate the help. Okay, so on my turn, we're going to Lone Wolf, get a resource, and we'll spend 3 of those to put a Dark Horse onto the table. So I like that. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so now I'm actually I'm thinking about it. I think we're going to take this action to discard the top 3 cards of our deck. So, Vast Expanse, Servant of the Lurker, and Visions of Future Past. So no locations. We'll do it again. So this will be our 3rd action. Oof, your board is stacked now. Yeah, got a lot of stuff out there. So we got Interstellar Traveler, and Offer of Power. Okay, so none there. So, bummer. Okay, so at the end of my turn, Peter will heal 1. Now we're going to go into the enemy's turn. This Interstellar Traveler is going to come over here. We're going to place a Doom on it. I'm going to need to kill that thing. Or we'll just thread out and call it a day. But okay, so he's going to attack me for 2 horror. So we'll put 2 on Peter and then 1 health. So we'll take the damage here. Okay. And now we'll go into the refresh phase. So what do we got in our hand? I don't have, well, I kind of may want to play the fire axe. Probably not actually. Right, because I probably do want to play the fire axe, but I can grab a resource from Lone Wolf, and so I will hold on to. I will not gather the resource from Dark Horse, but I will gather the resource from Lone Wolf to put Fire Axe into play, and that way I can get a boost to any treachery card that gets revealed this turn. Okay, so did I draw a card? Yeah, I think I drew Rabbit's Foot. So no resource, and we're going on. So we're gonna discard this location from play, which will hop us to another dimension, which will deal 1 sanity to Mr. Watley, and then these both get discarded. Okay. It's too bad there isn't also a linebacker guy to take all your damage. Yeah, there's a health equivalent to Pete Sylvester, but he's in a whole another cycle. Yeah, Peter and the linebacker. The big man on campus and his bodyguard. That'd be pretty great. Okay. Is he a rogue card? I'm not a rogue. Is he a survivor card? Okay, so at the top, we're going to place 1. So we're up to 3, 5. So 1 short. And we will resolve this card. Hey, Dimensional Doorway. This is what we need. It's a revelation. Put Dimensional Doorway into play. Then draw the topmost hex card in the discard pile. Arcane Barrier. Excellent. That is not what you want. That's definitely not what you want on this location. Okay, well. Welp. Okay. At the end of the turn, if you are not at Dimensional Doorway, you must either spend 2 resources or shuffle it into the encounter deck. Okay, so we want to get here. And they're not connected, so shoot. So these are connected. And these are connected. But these are not connected. Ooh, okay, and I'm gonna need to get there somehow. Okay, so if I evade, move, that gets me there. And I will, so I won't be able to play Fire Axe this turn, but I think that's okay. Nope, Jessica Hyde is also a survivor card, but she's nerfed because she enters play damaged. Ah, that makes sense. Okay, so I do have a Lucky, so I'm going to evade. Okay. I'm going to evade, move, and I actually may, I might as well investigate up here. I'm going to take one. Or I'm going to discard it. I'll just discard it. That's fine. Okay. Glad we talked through it. We are going to move on next round, but it is what it is, I guess. Okay, well, so this would be kind of interesting. So this gets discarded when I move it. So what does the hunter do? Because nothing's connected to the hunter's location at that point. Does he just stick around and not move? Because that's kind of cool. I kind of like that a lot. Okay, so at the start of my turn, I will take the money. Now we're going to try and evade. So we have 3, 4, spin this for 5, which activates Dark Horse for 6. So 6 to 2, which feels pretty good. So 6 to 2, we fail on a couple of tokens, but hopefully not this one. So 6 to 2 minus 1, so we successfully evade the Interstellar Traveler. So we're going to go there. Okay, so now we are going to... We'll investigate with Duke, trying to move out here. So as an additional cost to move out of that location, I have to test Brain 4. Okay, so I have 4, 5, 6, 7 Brain, and I have a Lucky. I also have a Dark Horse, but I like 7 to 4. Yeah, 7 to 4 auto doom or auto fail breaks it, but nothing else does. So we're good. So 7 to 4. Minus 1 for each dimension or thing in play. So 1, 2. So we pass, and so that stays there. And then we're investigating. So we're going to go. What are we doing? 4, 5, 6 to 4. Yeah, so we got 6 to 4. Oh, this is if I am at Dimensional Doorway. I have to spend 2 resources or shuffle it into my deck. Ah, okay. And I think I needed to take a horror from this last time. So I'm just going to have taken that on Pete when I moved over. Oh, okay. Well, that changes the math a little bit. In that case, I'm not going to move down there. I'll move down there next turn. I thought it was if you weren't at Dimensional Doorway. So I was like trying to race to get there. Arcadian Barrier is discarded? Yeah, nice. Sweet. Thank you. Well, that's a lot better than I thought. Okay, so I'm going to do 6 to 4. Let's see what we got. Minus 4. Jeez, okay. Well, I could Lucky, but I don't know how many more clues I need. So I'd rather save this to save my life at some point. So... I'll draw a card. 2, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll draw a card. Emergency cash. Interesting. Okay. 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 So, at the end of my turn, Pete's going to heal 1. Then Monster is going to move, which we're not going to do anything here. So, we're good. Then we'll move into ready up phase. We'll draw a card, which is Flashlight. That's not great. I won't take a what? Yeah, I won't take a resource, so we're good there. And then we'll move on. Okay. Okay. So at the top of the round, we'll place 1 here, which does make us move on. I think you should consider getting a resource if only to pay to enter the doorway. If only to pay to enter the doorway. I don't have to pay to enter the doorway. If it's at the end of the turn, at the end of your turn, if I'm at Dimensional Doorway, I must either spend 2 resources or shuffle it into the deck. But kind of what my game plan is to come down here and then move into the edge of the universe. This is because if I'm there at the end of the round, then I have to pay for it. I also have emergency cash, and so I can get resources if I absolutely need to. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully this doesn't completely change everything. Oh, this is only 2. Ah, the end of all things. That's very fast. I got a lot more to go through here, so that's not good. Okay, well. Oh, geez. What is that? Okay, so Revelation spawn the set-aside Yog-Sothoth enemy at the edge of the universe. The edge of the universe is not in place. Spawn at another dimension instead. Advance to Agenda 4A. Oh, okay. Well, we're just gonna do it. We're just gonna go for it. Wow. So Yog-Sothoth is there. 4A, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose a location discarded by this effect and resolve its revelation ability. So objective, if each undefeated investigator has resigned, advance. Okay. So I'm assuming that I can resign at the edge of the universe. And this is... the shape in the distance smashes through the barriers of this dimension, its many arms reaching to envelop everything you see. Its body is like an ooze, covered in eyes and mouths. You feel insignificant like a bug next to the creature's terrifying grandeur. After you are moved to a location by an encounter card effect, take 1 horror. If Yog-Sothoth is defeated, resolution 3. And Yog-Sothoth has 7 health, aka we're not going to defeat it in 1 turn. Actually, no. This guy's just going to be hanging out. So we have 2 turns. Okay, so he has 3 health. No, plus 6 health. Okay, never mind. Just kidding. We are definitely not going to beat this guy. So he has plus 6 health. He cannot be evaded and cannot make attacks of opportunity. As a reaction when he attacks me, instead of taking up to X horror, I can discard the top X cards from my deck. Then if you have no cards in your deck, you're driven insane. Okay, well, I've seen I've seen bigger. Oh my goodness. Okay, so massive hunter and retaliate. So it's gonna come after me. As I have 2 turns. The maximum amount of damage I can do is I can get there and attack 1 time, and if I succeed, that is 2 damage. Then next turn I can attack 3 times, 2, 4, 6. So I cannot beat him. You only advance to Agenda 4A. The axe. Oh shoot! I'm sorry. I completely misread that. Okay, so we're still at there. So I can't beat him at all. But we might as well just kind of try and get into the edge of the universe and see what happens. Okay. I don't know. Okay. So... Okay. Interesting. So he has 10 health and I lose in 2 turns. So if I was at the location, I had the fire axe out, then I could win. But so I need 5 actions to kill him, assuming I hit every single one of them, and I am 2 actions away from him. So that, I guess that's game. We'll see what happens, but there's nothing I can really do here. It may be worth getting the fire axe out. No. Not worth. Okay, so we'll go ahead and investigate with Duke to come down here, and we'll investigate with 4, 5, 6 to 2. 6 to 2. We'll go 7 to 2 so that you should just rush the edge of the universe. Let's do it. We're rushing edge of the universe. So 7 to 2. We are pulling, and we got a -3, so we pass. So we get this token. So that's fun. And then we are going to go here and just get our flashlight back, I guess. We will... We'll toss flashlight to ready up Duke. We will... Oh, and I'm going to discard this from play when I left it. So now there's no connection between me and the Interstellar Traveler. So that's kind of interesting. So we'll move into the edge of the universe. Investigators at the edge of the universe cannot draw cards until the upkeep phase. Oh, and we finish this. I guess, wait, I should have investigated here because he can't make attacks of opportunity. So I'm going to say I just did that. I have no idea if it matters or not. But we're going to do that. So I forgot that he couldn't make attacks of opportunity. And so investigate and move with Duke. I think we... Okay, so close the rift. The unearthing stone on the ground is indescribed with some sort of seal. Approaching them causes a voice to enter your mind, speaking in an alien tongue. Discard the top 3 cards. Yep. Only investigators at the edge of the universe may spin the requisite number of clues as a group to advance, and it's 3 per investigator, which... read the back of the act. I just finished. Thank you. Okay, so you reach an impossibly dense, pitch-black void and realize that this place is where all reality, all that is and ever will be, ends. In its center, you see a minuscule rift suspended just out of reach. When you peer through the tear, you are surprised to see a peak of Sentinel Hill. Somehow, you've reached the other side of the rift. Now you must find a way to close it for good. Okay, interesting. Okay, so this comes in. It has 2 clues on it. I am investigating with Big Boy Duke. And we are going 5 to 2. And we'll go ahead and toss a look what I found. No, we got a lucky. No, we'll toss a 5 to 2, 6 to 2. Yeah, we'll go ahead and toss a look what I found. Just to give us protection against the +5. I don't know if I need more clues, but I cannot leave to get them. So... Oh, autofill. Cool. Okay, well, we're not getting the clues. So that was 2 actions. We'll go ahead and spend 3 clues to move on. You are utterly exhausted with no idea as to what can be done to close the rift. It is too distant to touch, and nothing you do has any effect. There is nothing here to guide you apart from the unearthly worlds that are seeping into your mind. Just then you hear a familiar voice within the echoing chorus and feel yourself compelled to repeat it. Claudium Osium. You whisper at first and the words on the tip of your tongue. You close your eyes to concentrate and the echoes grow louder. When it ends, you open your eyes and face nothing but an inky abyss, and the tear has vanished. Remove Edge of the Universe from the game. Put the set aside Tear Through Time location into play. Okay. So, Edge of the Universe leaves play. So I hop back to another dimension. He comes with me, I assume. Whenever I move there, I take 1 horror. And Edge of the Universe is out of the game now. And Tear Through Time. So this is connected there. So we've got this is an Otherworld and no text on it, but it is connected to here. No, it's not. It's connected here. and that's not connected. So, oops. How dense, Howard? Oh, impossibly dense. Gotcha. Okay, so I still have one action left, but I don't know what to do with that action. Maybe evade the Interstellar Traveler so he doesn't hit me. Yeah, that's probably the right call. So we will evade. We got 3, 4, 5. Rabbit's Foot for 6 to 2. Six to 2. Let's see what we got. We've got a 0, so we evade the Interstellar Traveler. Okay. Okay. Enemy phase. Yox the Hoth is going to attack me. Peter heals 1. I'm gonna go 1 damage there. Peter will take 2. And we're still have 3, 4, 5. We'll discard Overpower. Okay. Now we'll refresh. This guy's back. Draw a card, which is a Fire Axe. And we're not going to take a resource. Okay, at the top of the round, we'll place 1 Doom here. We will resolve this encounter card. If you're at an extra dimensional location, discard it and take 1 damage. Otherwise, take 2 damage. Okay. So, bye-bye, Mr. Watley. That's 1 damage. And bye, Peter. That's 2 damage. Ooh. Okay. Now we have room for these cards. Okay, so what I think I have to do, I can't win this, right? Because I have to evade here. Then I have to discard a card, hope I get one that connects to here. And that's 2 actions. On my 3rd action, or hope I get a card that, yeah, I need 2 move actions minimum, so to get over here from whatever I reveal, and probably 3 move actions. So we'll see what happens. We'll be driven insane. It's fine. Okay, so we'll evade. So we'll go 4 to 2 now, because I lost Peter. Actually, I'm gonna lone wolf, take a resource. We'll go 5 to 2. 5 to 2 minus 3. We pass, so this gets evaded. We'll discard the top 3 cards of this deck. We did not get a location, and so I guess we'll do it again. 1, 2, 3. No location again. Alrighty, that's game. I guess we'll be driven mad when Yogg-Sothoth deals 5 sanity to me. I will take the Brood of that. Duke lives to he's now Cosmo because he's in space, so it kind of worked out. Okay, man, that felt like I started out so well. felt like I started out so well. But this was a really cool scenario. I really enjoyed this one. I thought that was pretty cool how the different locations were coming out and how I had to kind of navigate through there. Actually, I don't think you lost the scenario per se. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, you're right. Okay, so I guess, yeah. Well, you're right. You're right. Okay. So I have 2 sanity. So what we will do is I will take a damage. Duke 6 does not make it. And then I will discard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 4, I guess. Discard 4 and take 1 sanity. Refresh phase, this guy will hop over here. This is my hand. And then in resource phase, I have an overpowered. And I'm not going to take the resource. At the top of the round, we'll place 1 doom here, which will advance. Okay, so seeking the rift from which you entered the dimension, the extra-dimensional horror lashes out, crushing the entire realms within its grasp. In player order, Yag Sahath attacks each investigator in play regardless of its current location, then flip this agenda back to its A side. Okay, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So he attacks me, I discard all of my cards, so I'm driven insane. So like, but it is good to know that that's not the end. You don't just lose whenever you throw it out. So, okay, cool. We'll read the resolution. That was a really cool scenario. I really like that scenario. That was a lot of fun. That was really cool. Okay. If at least 1 investigator was defeated, the defeated investigators read the investigator's defeat first. So investigator defeat. Where did you come from? Why are you here? Are you dreaming? Or is this place real? Now that you think about it, haven't you been here before? Or perhaps you've been here all along. Now you remember this is your real home. The path you now walk is but one ledge with many more below. You have to fall and you will be where you belong. One more step. Each defeated investigator is killed. That's a bummer. If another resolution was reached, the other investigators read that resolution. If no resolution was reached, each investigator was defeated. And the investigators were on Act 4. The scenario will go to Resolution 2. Resolution 2. Several of the villagers from Dunwich heard the ruckus on Sentinel Hill and went to investigate. What they found there answered none of their questions. What do you think happened? A frightened Curtis Watley asked as they examined the hilltop. The other villagers shake their heads, unable to say. Last thing I saw, the sky opened up and there was a bright flash. One of them says, looking up at the starry sky from Sentinel Hill. Those Arkham fellows ain't nowhere to be seen, Curtis adds, looking down at the cracked stone altar. Not even a hint of him. Mr. Bishop and his pals now that's a different story. The young man motions towards the several corpses on the ground. Think we should get a hold of those coppers out of Aylesbury? Why, so they can laugh at us again? Curtis spits. They ain't never gonna believe us about all of this anyways. He glances at the stone altar, fidgeting nervously. Better to forget about the whole thing. Come on, let's bury the dead and get out of here. The investigators win the campaign and are never heard or seen or heard from again. That's pretty funny. Okay, so we'll chalk it up to it's a win with an asterisk. But people's minds were blown when Lost in Time and Space first came out. I still think it's amazing all these years later. Yeah, that was incredible. That was a lot of fun. That was really, really fun. I am really excited to play through Dunwich again. Like, this whole campaign has been an absolute joy to play through. The mechanics were really interesting. The story was really cool. Now that I kind of know and understand what's going on, like, it's going to be fun to kind of work my way through it a little bit and with a little bit of foresight of what's coming. But I mean, like, looking back at it, this was the same campaign. This was the same campaign where we were, at the gambling den, and like, that feels like forever ago. I mean, it was 2 months ago or so, but I mean, it's just like, overall, this was really, really enjoyable to play. So Honestly, you got through this scenario way better than When Doom Awaits. When Doom Awaits was not good. When Doom Awaits was not good. But Lost in Time and Space, it was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be. I guess I'm assuming that you can resign here. Yeah, spend 2 clues to resign, so I wouldn't even had the clues to resign. I guess I would have probably investigated it in there and probably gotten it, but that's interesting. So, I love it. And the cultist of the month never came back to Earth to claim her reward. The end. And everyone lived happily ever after. Well, not everyone, but there were some happily ever afters in there. Awesome. Well, yeah, this was a lot of fun. Like I thought I was gonna do a little bit better, but that's absolutely fine. I really enjoyed this playthrough. Is a very, very fun scenario. So let's open an Arkham pack.